सो गाइस, तो आज हम देखने वाले हैं पिकल इन ए नटशेल। तो गाइस, अगर तुमने बाकी नहीं देख रखी है तो यार तुम्हें पता नहीं होगा कि पिकल कौन है। पिकल भाई वो मत समझना, पिकल को यार हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? हाँ, ककड़ी। ककड़ी बोलते हैं ना, और क्या बोलते हैं? हमारे यहाँ तो यार ककड़ी बोलते हैं। सो गाइस, ये वाली वीडियो यार ए आर मांगा के चैनल पे आई है। तो गाइस, ए आर मांगा की बात करें तो यार इसने पिछले 1 साल से वीडियो नहीं डाली है। ये यार लगभग बाकी के ऊपर ही वीडियो डालता है। तो यार मुझे नहीं पता इसने 1 साल से वीडियो क्यों नहीं डाली। पर गाइज यार मुझे एक बात याद है कि ये शायद यार एक इंडियन बंदा है कोई, क्योंकि यार इसका जो एक्सेंट है वो यार फुल इंडियन की तरह है। तो गाइज हम इसकी वीडियो आज चेकआउट कर लेते हैं। 3 2 1 एंड लेट्स गो।
Today we are going to talk about a
देखो भाई,
creature
तुम
who
खुद
is
ही
so
बोलो, ये इंडियन है
old
ना?
that I can
इंडियन ही
barely
है ये।
type his age on my calculator, whose race was the biggest reason dinosaurs went
वन ऑफ बेस्ट
extinct,
आर्क
a
थी यार बाकी में
creature
ये।
from the race of Hanmas, a race for
यस।
whom God had to send a literal asteroid to destroy, and God still couldn't destroy them, but at least he freed the dinosaurs from the massacre of Hanmas. When the
यस।
asteroid came, Hanmas became too angry and awakened their demon back, which helped them to survive the asteroid, whereas a teenager got frozen. Fast forward to 200
टीनेजर
million
भाई, कहाँ
years,
से ये
we saw the
टीनेजर है?
Hanma blood getting mixed with this Homo sapiens, but this teenage Hanma was still frozen. But one day he was discovered, and they saw this teenage Hanma in the act of killing a T-Rex. And the doctor who found this young Hanma
देखो भाई
member
इसे,
named
ये लग
him
रहा है
Pickle.
बंदा।
Yeah, after the vegetable. The team took Pickle to
हाँ
the
भाई।
laboratory where the doctor started experimenting.
अभी यार मुझे एक बात क्लिक हुई, वेजिटेबल यार इसलिए क्योंकि यार ये नमक वाले कुछ चीज़ में ये क्या बोलते हैं कैद था। तो यार इन्होंने इसका नाम पिकल रखा क्योंकि भाई पिकल का अचार भी होता है, शायद तभी।
Later, Pickle finally opened his eyes all by himself as he smelled cooked T-Rex meat. Pickle follows the smell and sees a human for the first time. After seeing a human, Pickle becomes really angry and starts asserting dominance by shaking this human. One more reason to turn back to Monkey. Seeing Pickle angry, this human asks for
भाई यार इसका जो
military
बोलने का
backup,
स्टाइल है
and
वही यार
military
काफ़ी ज़्यादा
backup
फनी है।
arrives with their latest unreleased metal robot, which was designed to be perfect and blah
भाई एक
blah
पंच में
blah.
टूट गया
The
वो।
same long description of a punching bag minutes before getting punched.
I think he's defending his era.
डेड भाई डेड गया। भाई ये वाला सीजन भाई काफ़ी ज़्यादा बढ़िया था, एक बात तो माननी पड़ेगी। पिकल को भाई इतना ज़्यादा खतरनाक दिखाया था, मज़ा आ गया। पंचिंग बैग है भाई ये।
Then Captain Stridham comes to this place and starts undressing until he is completely naked. After becoming butt naked, Stridham sits in front of Pickle and smiles, which makes Pickle happy. I guess Yujiro taught his servant quite well on how to please a Hanma. Hanma Seduction 101. Pickle is then transferred to Japan, where he is stopped by a female reporter, and young
इसके ऊपर
Hanma
मैं कुछ
gets
नहीं
the
बोलूंगा।
instinct of doing the PP training, and he acts upon his instincts just like every Hanma. Then he is transferred to a closed
हानमा तो भाई
facility
सारे के
where he
सारे
is
हब्सी
given
है।
some modern things along with a dinosaur and a tree. These little things do not bother Pickle, and he starts doing his PP training inside the trunk. Meanwhile, a bunch of punching bags to their Power Ranger intro.
भाई साहब, अभी भाई उसकी यूजिरो की एंट्री होने वाली है।
Did you guys really plan a
बाकी नहीं, हाँ बाकी नहीं आया था यार।
to it?
And start to argue about who is going to fight Pickle. They end up deciding that they will wake him first. They wake up Pickle, who was doing his PP training, and Pickle as a teenager couldn't control it. Then Yujiro Hanma comes in from a
मैं तो भूल गया था भाई, पिकल ने भाई इतना मुंह था कि भाई नदी बह गई।
gate. Yes, a gate. For some reason, Yujiro and gate don't even make sense to the point that if I use Yujiro and gate or door in one sentence, then it should be grammatically incorrect. Anyway, he just gets in, disrespects Katsumi, and starts going ahead to meet Pickle. Koshi offers the key to the cell, but Yujiro just ignores the key and breaks the bulletproof glass with his face. This proves my point even further that
Yes.
Yujiro and door in one sentence should be grammatically incorrect. This is probably how
सच बोला
Yujiro
भाई।
got out of his mother's womb in 3 months. Then
ओ
Yujiro
भाई।
lives with the others after doing a
ये थोड़ा सा
fist
डार्क हो
bump
गया।
with his great Hanmeister. After this, scientists find out that Pickle isn't eating any food that doesn't fight
भाई
him.
जो उसके लिए वर्ती
Obviously,
होगा वही वो
normal Baki
खाएगा।
animals were afraid, and all the known Hanma animals had already been killed by other Hanmas. So our 4,000 years old Chinese healer makes an offer that he's gonna
भाई मैं से भूल गया था 4000 ईयर ओल्ड चाइनीज हीलर।
and all the known Hanma animals had already been killed by other Hanmas. So our 4,000 years old Chinese healer makes an offer that he's gonna fight Pickle, and if Pickle wins, he will give his own body as food. Retsu clearly didn't
क्या बात है
learn
भाई?
from his last Hanma encounter, and Yujiro's
मैं तो भूल भी गया तू भाई
fight
से वाले
between
एनकाउंटर
Retsu
को।
and Pickle starts, and Pickle literally beats the adult out of Retsu. After which Retsu just starts throwing mindless punches.
बाकी को भाई कभी सीरियसली मत लो।
Hero's warnings. The fight between Retsu and Pickle starts, and Pickle literally beats the adult out of Retsu. After
Adult
which
out of
Retsu just
Retsu.
starts throwing mindless punches. Pickle gets bored and hits Retsu, but obviously Pickle couldn't beat the 4,000-year-old Chinese martial arts out of
Retsu.
The martial arts take over Retsu's body and starts defending Retsu before plot armor runs out. After plot armor vanishes into thin air, Retsu gets thrown like Emi liked it by
भाई उसकी एक
Yujiro
हाथ
and
खा गया
gets
था ना वो।
eaten, but not the way Emi liked it. Then
हाँ, लात खा
Retsu
गया था भाई।
wakes up in a hospital bed thinking how is he alive. After seeing Retsu in this condition, Katsumi makes it his mission to
टूट गई
fight
भाई मेरी।
Pickle. Then Katsumi starts training, and with the power of imagination, he achieves the Mach speed with an infinite number of joints that could break the sound barrier.
All my might.
whip स्ट्राइक। देखो भाई ये है बाकी। भूकंप आ गया।
And he does all of this within a day. Pretty realistic. Then he gets
Yes.
ready to fight Pickle, goes to the fighting arena, and the fight starts. Katsumi starts attacking Pickle with various techniques, but Pickle just takes it and smiles. Typical Baki stuff. Then Pickle
Yes.
gets into his Hanma stance, which makes Katsumi go like...
Time to use everything I have.
And Katsumi uses the power of imagination to punch Pickle with Mach speed. He then keeps punching and kicking Pickle with his infinite number of
Mach of
joints. While the narrator tells us how deadly these moves were, only for Pickle to stand back up and just smile. Typical Hanma stuff. Like, gosh,
Yes.
I think the Hanma armor is even bigger than the plot armor. Then Katsumi uses all of his strength and plot armor to punch Pickle, and this time Katsumi tears apart his forearms and is like,
ओ
At
भाई
least
मैं
I
भूल गया था
won.
इसे।
I will just go to Dr. Kuriha Shinogi and he will write Hey Sam on my cell.
and then all just start celebrating.
डॉक्टर भाई
that
काफी
the
खतरनाक है
plot
बाकी
armor was
यूनिवर्स
on
के।
their side.
Finally, we won.
They thought, only for Katsumi to turn back and see Hanma armor protecting Pickle.
सो
Hanma
गया
armor
भाई।
so strong that after all this, Pickle was just sleeping. Pickle then gets ready to eat Katsumi and bites his arm, after which the unlimited blood supply gets turned off and
बाकी में भाई
Katsumi
अनलिमिटेड
falls
बाकी
like a
वो
human.
ब्लड
But
सप्लाई
Pickle
है।
respects the plot armor and leaves the field without eating Katsumi. Then Jack Hanma comes to fight Pickle. The
ओ भाई
fight starts, and as you can
ये वाली फाइट शुरू होने से भाई जैक हनमा की भाई फाइट काफी ज्यादा बढ़िया थी। और भाई जब पिकल
guess,
डरता
they
है ना
eat each
उससे
other
जैक
in
से।
one of the most Hanma ways possible. The Hanma
इसे कैसे भूल गया मैं इन दोनों की भाई की क्या था
Hitting
ये?
got on Jack's nerves a little too hard. Then Jack handles Pickle just like a big brother handles his small brother.
教えてくれよ。進化できたのかい？なあ、先輩。
अभी बाकी के साइड भी तो फाइट होनी है।
感じ取ってくれてるかい？
बूम। भाई मेरा भी कोई छोटा भाई होता तो मैं भी ऐसे करता कुछ, पर है नहीं।
たった一つのための人生でいい。
But in the end, Pickle beats Jack and shows him who's the OG Hanma.
देखो भाई इसे हवा में भाई 10 पंच मारे
And
उसे।
starts emoting like a teenager in Fortnite. I guess kids have never really changed all these
डांस
times.
देखो भाई
Then
पिकल का।
Jack is hospitalized only to go back to Pickle again, get defeated again and be tied to a pole left to
भाई
be
उसका
eaten
Beyblade बना
later.
दिया।
In the end, Baki goes to the underground arena to fight Pickle. But Pickle didn't want to fight. So Baki does this.
बाकी को भाई ये वाला सीजन देखते हुए मैं काफी ज्यादा हंसा था। बाकी उसको भाई गुस्सा दिलाया इसने इतने खतरनाक तरीके से।
Punches Pickle and then Pickle carries Baki on his back and jumps from the top of the arena at a height of 100.
WWE चली हुई
And
है।
Baki for some reason suffered a lot of internal damage just from 100 feet fall. He suffered so much that he could barely move. Pickle then shows him that it is okay, little Hanma. Look, these punches are not gonna hurt you more. So what does Baki do? Run away? Hit Pickle? No, he jumps from the top of the arena again. And he survives. There we go, the typical Baki stuff. Then he assures Pickle that his great gramps don't need to worry. The fight resumes and Baki uses Whip Strike followed by a long explanation by Retsu.
whip strike भाई।
It's known as the whip strike. And it has the same effect on everyone, from infants to children.
भाई यूजिरो भी भाई ऑलमोस्ट
And the only thing that kept
चिल्ला ही
coming
दिया था
to
उसे
my
यूजिरो ने
mind
भी जब उसे
was-
पड़ी थी whip
You are
strike।
going to get to the point eventually, I hope.
Then Baki uses the power of imagination
This,
followed by Retsu's 4,000-year-long
years of Chinese
explanation.
explanation.
Baki then uses the powers of all dinosaurs and shows Pickle that he not only has the plot armor like others but also Hanma armor followed by
दो armor है, plot armor और Hanma armor।
4,000 word explanation. And this time he is recording it while wearing goggles. Like Retsu-chan, what has the plot made you? A 4,000-year
भाई मैं भूल गया था इसने चश्मा क्यों पहनना था ये।
old Chinese martial arts god to baby Retsu to now commentator. Baki then uses the art of kicking the nuts which finally awakens Pickle's demon.
देखो भाई
dad.
इसे क्या
Or
कर
should
रहा
I
है ये?
say demon ass. Then both of them start fighting at lightning speed where Baki beats the shit out of Pickle. But later Baki turns this fight into a Hanma to Hanma feast fight where at first it seemed like he could win but in the end Pickle wins. Later Pickle runs away and joins the Yujiro vs Baki fight where Baki shuts him down with a punch and shows him what Hanma plus plot armor can do. After receiving a punch and getting his fang broken, Pickle realizes he is just a punching bag and sits on the ground. Later Pickle meets Musashi Miyamoto and fights Jack Hanma again and keeps aging more. We have yet to see Pickle being a fully grown adult. If you liked my content, then you can also take a look at our growing
यार भाई यार इसने मुझे लगता है दोनों वाली एक में ही कवर कर ली। बाकी और यार यूजिरो वाली फाइट अलग वीडियो में कवर करनी चाहिए थी भाई। एक तो यार साल बाद वीडियो डाली है, अब भाई नेक्स्ट वीडियो पता नहीं कब डालेगा ये, 2 साल बाद।
communities on Instagram, Twitter and Discord to stay updated and engage further. You can find all the links in the description below. That's it for
कैसा
the
अपडेट
video
भाई?
guys. I hope
तुम
you
वीडियो
liked
डालते
the
नहीं हो।
video, and if you did, you can like the video and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell and take a look at our growing communities on other social media
वन ऑफ यार बेस्ट यूट्यूबर है जो कि यार बाकी की वीडियो बनाता है। और गाइस इसके अलावा इसने यार गोजो नहीं जो बिज़ार्ड एडवेंचर के ऊपर वीडियो बनाई है, उन्हें यार मैंने देखा नहीं क्योंकि मैंने जो देखी नहीं है। और गाइस यार इसके अलावा सीजे चैम्प की भी यार ऐसी वीडियो है, तो यार उनके ऊपर रिएक्ट करना होगा तो यार मुझे बता देना, तब तक के लिए आपको मिलता हूँ मैं किसी और वीडियो के साथ। तब तक के लिए गाइस बाकी देखो।